Selling a house after a divorce agreement. Divorce can be a difficult and emotional process, but there is an additional layer of complexity when it comes to selling a marital property after the divorce agreement has been done. It's important to understand the legal implications of selling your home during or after a divorce so that you can make an informed decision about what's best for both parties involved. Whether you're looking to sell your home quickly or plan on staying in it until the market improves, this guide will provide helpful tips and advice for navigating through the process or divorce proceedings. What is a divorce settlement agreement? First, it's important to understand any provisions outlined in your divorce settlement agreement. This document will likely outline who is responsible for the house and how proceeds should be divided between both parties. In some cases, both spouses may decide to sell the house as part of their divorce agreement and divorce settlement. In other situations, one party may opt to remain in the house until a later date. It's also important to consult with an experienced real estate attorney or divorce attorneys before making any decisions regarding your home sale. They can help review the paperwork associated with the divorce agreement and provide advice on the best course of action for the property sale. Additionally, depending on your state laws, you may need to get an approval of a judge or divorce attorney before you can proceed with selling the house. Finding a buyer after a divorce agreement. Once the legalities have been taken care of, it's time to focus on finding a buyer for your property. You may choose to work with a real estate agent who can help you market and advertise your home as well as negotiate offers from potential buyers. If you decide to go this route, make sure that both parties are aware of their responsibilities in regards to marketing fees and commissions. Additionally, keep in mind that it may take some time for a buyer to be found depending on current market conditions. No matter what route you choose when selling your house after a divorce agreement, it's important to remember that communication is the key throughout the process. Make sure you are both in agreement on the major details of the sale and be open to finding solutions that work for both parties. With a little patience, understanding, and some legal help, you can successfully sell your home after a divorce. Who gets the house in a divorce? Deciding who gets the house in a divorce can be one of the most contentious and difficult aspects of the process. Typically, a court will determine who gets to keep the marital home based on factors such as financial needs, contribution to the purchase of the house, and parenting arrangements. The court may also consider whether either one spouse has other properties that could accommodate them. Ultimately, it's important for both parties to enter into negotiations with reasonable expectations and an open mind, as this complex decision can significantly impact both spouses' future. If you and your partner have multiple possessions of considerable value, such as a primary residence and holiday house, it might be advantageous to divide large assets. In this manner, each party will obtain resources with roughly equal worth. However, if you want to gain sole ownership of the house, you can buy the property from your spouse without property division. Should your name stay on the deed and mortgage after divorce? In some cases, it may be beneficial to leave your name on the deed and mortgage after a divorce. If you're planning to keep the property and are able to financially handle the debt alone, leaving your name on the title may help you build equity in the house and reduce any tax liabilities. On the other hand, if you plan on selling a house or anticipate financial hardship, removing your name from the document can help protect you from future obligations. Ultimately, it is important to discuss this option with an eligible attorney and weigh all of your options before making any decisions. Can I sell my house to a cash home buyer after a divorce agreement? It is possible to sell your house to a cash home buyer after a divorce agreement. The process will likely depend on the specific terms of the divorce agreement, including any clauses that may have an effect on the sale. For example, if you are required to pay off any remaining mortgage payments or debts before selling the property, this would need to be taken into consideration in order for the deal to move forward. Additionally, it is important to ensure that all parties are in agreement and that you follow any necessary steps such as obtaining court approval or releasing liens. When selling a house through a cash home buyer, You can choose Eagle Cash buyers, for they are great in the real estate transaction. They know the fair market value of your house and will buy it as is. Conclusion: selling a house after a divorce agreement can be difficult, but it is possible with the right approach and legal guidance. It is important to consider factors such as who get the house in the divorce arrangement, whether or not you should keep your name on the deeded mortgage post-divorce, and if a cash home buyer are an option for selling your property. With communication between you and the other party and reasonable expectations regarding any financial obligations, you may be able to successfully sell your home after a divorce agreement.